Next, let's talk about something ridiculous. How do you guys like that? You want to talk about something absolutely insane? So this is the LGBTQ verified Instagram page, and this is the LGBTQ verified TikTok. Now I know that because if you do this on mobile, you can see that they link up perfectly. Maybe there's also something in this essay worth of link tree bullshit. Anyway. The reason I wanted to bring it up is because I found this very interesting video here. Very interesting about gender reveal parties. Now, conveniently, the comments are off, and the comments are off. I wonder why. But let's listen to what this interesting person has to say. We, of course, cannot gender them because, oh, their pronouns are she, they. So it's a girl, I guess. Let's see. What are your thoughts on gender reveal parties? I can't wait.
Reveal parties are pretty bizarre because you're just revealing your baby's genitals to the world, and that's like really intrusive for a little baby.
Wow. I'm gonna be honest, because my first ever gender reveal party I went to was my own. And I don't remember my mother grabbing my little dick and saying, "Hey guys, look at it's a fucking boy!" Right? Usually you kind of just take the parents' word for it. You know? That's pretty much what you'll do. Hey, it's a boy. Nobody goes, can I see the dick of the boy? Can I see that boy's cock? Usually the moms don't do that, or the people don't do that. You say like, oh, it's a boy. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I don't need to see their genitals. And so that's the first thing that kind of gets me about gender reveal parties is that maybe this is just my personal experience. I feel like most people identify with my experience of gender reveal parties. Is that like you pop a balloon, there's a color of a sprinkles or something in it. They're either blue or pink, and then you take the parents' word for it. You don't really ask, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. Can I please, let me get a picture of this. Okay. I know that that's a boy now, you know? And so like that's the first part of this that disturbs me a little bit. Is what's your history with gender reveal parties, ma'am? Them? Whatever. Do you? I feel bad for you. Maybe that's part of your trauma. But okay.
Plus, it's really a sex reveal party, not a gender reveal party, because gender is not dictated purely by a baby's genitals. But
that's true. Gender is not dictated. Notice the word here, purely, right? It's not exclusively your baby's sex that determines its gender. But like 99% of the time, 99.9999999% of the time, you're gonna be right. You know, if my boy comes out with a wiener, it's like that's probably gonna be a boy. I'm gonna guess for the kid, and then the kid's probably gonna identify as a boy, right? So it's like, you know, it feels like it makes the most sense to assume that something that will most likely happen is gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, I'll usually go to the grocery store, not expecting to, like, fall. Now, it might happen. I might go to the grocery store and fall. But, like, usually doesn't happen. So I'm not gonna start thinking about it. You know what I mean? I don't really need to think about that part. It's a reasonable assumption that your boy is gonna be a boy, and your girl's gonna be a girl. Now, if they change it in the future, that's fine. You do you. Whatever. But we're living in the moment right now, and I would actually argue that not affirming a gender onto your child will actually confuse them more and make them more likely to be confused about their gender identity, which is really just another struggle in life. I mean, like, I think trans people should be accepted and validated, but like, people that are trans usually wish they were born the gender they identify as? You know what I mean? So like, why are we trying to add struggles? I'm just saying, why add struggles? Yeah, like if it talks like a duck and it walks like a duck, it's probably a duck. I feel like we've lost that. Sometimes it's not a duck. Sometimes it's a fucking, I don't know. It's a goose wearing a jacket. I don't know. But most times it's a duck, and I feel like we've kind of let go of that very common sense perspective of like sometimes things are just the way that they are, you know?
But you don't know a baby's gender when it's not born yet, so it's just like a very complicated.
Well, then how did you see his wiener? Like, I don't understand. It's like, oh, I don't like it because you're showing the kid's genitals, but then also you can't tell what the kid is because they're not born yet. It's like, well, then how did you see the genitals? Did you fucking poke your head in? You're like, hey, look at that. Is that the custom? To go put your head into a pregnant woman's cave? Just do one of these. Oh, hey, it looks pretty dark in here. I can't see anything. I need a flashlight. Like, what is the, the ultrasound. I forgot about that. Technology is a hell of a thing. I remember back in the past, that's what we used to do in our family. We didn't have ultrasounds back in my day, so we had to just go, put your head up in there, go, oh, look, the little flashlight. You would put the flashlight in your mouth. It's like easier this way. You can't get your hands in there. It's not that big. Situation,
and most often, especially with trans people, these gender reveal parties are just blatantly wrong. Like if someone had a gender reveal party for me and told me, and said I was a girl, nope, I'm gender fluid.
You're right. 100% of trans people's gender reveal parties were wrong. That's probably true. Right, that's why they're trans. But we usually don't assume the kid's gonna be trans when it comes out. It's like, hey, the kid's is gonna be cisgendered,
George is very wrong, and it's weird to kind of like project that and share
not really.
those specific languages and words with the world in association
really.
with a person when that person can't even articulate their own experience and like literally is not even alive for that. So overall, very bizarre. Not a fan. Definitely will not be doing that when I have children.
I mean, you do you. You don't have to do anything if you ever have children, because sometimes we could hope that you don't. But listen, people get excited when they have a boy or a girl. A lot of times, people would like a boy or a girl. Like different people have a different perspective. Like I would like a boy to be able to pass on my manliness to. Like honestly, I believe in a little bit more traditional male-female kind of a thing. I don't force it on people, but like I want a young boy. I want to have a boy so that I can pass on like my essence. You know what I mean? Like that's my boy. And my girlfriend wants a girl, so she can do the same. People just want to have kids. Like it's like, oh, it's exciting. We have a boy or a girl. I'm excited for that. It's weird to have to explain this to people. It's just weird to have to explain. And it's not toxic masculinity. Masculinity in and of itself isn't toxic. There are toxic masculinity, like toxically masculine traits, but I don't have any of those, okay? I'm the perfect alpha male. And so, like, I want to pass that on to my child, That's it. Really like a weird gaslight. And you do you. You don't have to have a gender reveal party. But you just do you. But like anyway, there's another video here that's on gender reveal parties. For whatever reason, this is the hot topic issue of the day. What is your thought on gender reveal parties? Well, me as a blah 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 blah, I think that it's weird to blah blah blah. That's what it's gonna be. So let's watch it.
What are your thoughts on gender reveal parties?
Let's see.
Why focus on the idea of what you think a child's gonna end up being?
Because that's quite literally the dumbest question I've ever heard in my entire life. Why are you focusing on what you want your kid to be? Can we just agree that that's fundamentally stupid outside of gender reveal parties? You're supposed to want to guide your child down a path of what you feel they should go down. Our literal jobs as parents is to pass down our values onto kids. It is 100% your responsibility to do that to a kid. Like, listen to this question again.
What are your thoughts on gender reveal parties? Why focus on the idea of what you think a child's gonna end up being?
That is your legal responsibility, is to focus on the idea of what you think your child is going to be. That is the difference between your child failing and succeeding. That's it. Outside of gender, that's it. Hey, my child, I want my child to be a fucking actor, or I want my child to actually be successful. Yeah, you get it? But I want my child to be this thing. I want my child to be successful. I want my child to do this. Usually that's how you would like operate in these types of scenarios. That's it. Like, you're supposed to guide your child down a path that you feel is the best for them, and then allow them to take more control over their path as time goes on. That's what we're supposed to do. So fundamentally, that's just a dumb thing to think.
Like, that's where it's coming from for me. Like, I just don't see it. I don't see the purpose of celebrating something that, honestly, at the end of the day, you have no control of. What are your
okay. I mean, I can see the perspective. I just don't see why you're celebrating this. It doesn't matter. It's just like a boy or a girl. Like, yeah, that's a fair perspective. But like, we celebrate things that we have no control of all the time. Like, you have little kids celebrate when it's winter. You celebrate Christmas. You don't have no control over Christmas. I guess you have a little bit. You can get good gifts.